Today we bring you a thriller movie, Hitchhiking and the Wolf. Frightened newlywed beautiful woman redundant pervert. See how it is handled calmly, step by step. Lily is driving alone across Europe. The purpose is only to break the marriage contract with the person you love deeply. His sister was his only relative, deeply concerned for his safety. Confirm his whereabouts by phone every day. Just as he was about to leave the picturesque natural area, it is expected to arrive in about a day. Extremely responsible. He received a call from his fiancée. The other party is busy with work. Cancelled the planned honeymoon trip. The news upset Lily. She hesitated in front of the roadblock. Originally, she just had to execute, arrive in Dan province for the wedding. But she chose, turn left into a narrow path, planning to be deliberately late for the wedding, as a small punishment for his fiancée. The scenery along the way is breathtaking. The music in the car is beautiful. Lily's mood gradually changed from sound to light. However, just then the vehicle suddenly broke down. Lily tried to fix it. Found out the problem was on the generator. There was nothing he could do about it. I wanted to call for help, but there's no signal on this path. In desperation, he had to go back to the car. Drinking a can of Coke also calms down the mood, but accidentally soiled his shirt, afraid of dragging dirty clothes while walking. Going to find a clean body ring in the trunk. Just then, the figure of a man suddenly appeared in his sight, so scared that Lily couldn't help covering her chest. When men are very deep, he waited quietly for Lily to change her clothes. Just asked him if he needed help repairing the vehicle. Lily accepted his offer. Looking at the man in the sun, a slightly robust figure, there's a subtle feeling in my heart, man, skilled in repairing the vehicle, and no fees were charged. He even pointed carefully at the wedding dress. Remind Lily to hit the road as soon as possible so as not to delay the engagement. He said he would wait a little longer. See if you can get a ride. Lily started the car and was about to leave. No sooner had he driven than he regretted it. He couldn't bear to leave this kind man behind, alone on this deserted path. After all, I don't know when a car will pass by, but I don't want to trouble Lily too much. So ask him. Drop him off after heading for the highway. In the process of driving, the two talked about the trial. Sunshine for two. Handsome and gentle smile. Make Lily feel a little trance. He was defenseless. She confided in the man about her family situation. My sister was rebellious and dissolute when my parents left. The fiancé is wealthy but lacks thoughtfulness. The man just listened quietly. They didn't reveal any information about themselves. Unconsciously, they are approaching the highway intersection. Lily didn't stop. Instead, he asked the man about the next driving arrangement. Learn plan. Go to a nearby motel to complain about Lily's sex. Offer peers. It also provides an opportunity for the vehicle to rest. The man confessed to Lily, although the encounter between the two was accidental, but fate seems to be for them. Weaving a puzzling love. Passing by might have been the best ending. Lily was confused. Just asking. The man suddenly turned dirty. The black smoke-painted rain is unpleasant to the ear. Graduation smile froze instantly. He quickly put on the brakes and asked the man to get out of the car, but the man refused to leave. He even flashed a sharp knife, threatening Lily to continue her journey to the Green Crown. He claimed that the place had been deserted for years. No one will disturb their good deeds. Facing a man's threat, Lily was terrified, and he was very quick to think about what to do. Suddenly, he noticed that the man was not wearing his seat belt, and he swung the wheel, crashed the roadside guardrail. The car rushed up the hillside all the way. The moment the vehicle rolls over, Lily fell into a coma. When he woke up again, the man was found to have been thrown out of the car, but his left leg, tightly stuck in the seat gap. You can't move. He also had a deep cut on his hand. Blood. Lily endured the pain. When tearing off the foot of the deep mountain and bandaging the wound, he noticed that the man had come to his senses. Looking around, quickly searched for weapons. Fortunately, the man's knife fell not far from the car door. He carefully uses the strap, hook the knife to the side. Hide it in your arms when the man is not prepared. The man did not find the whereabouts of the knife. Lucky. Looking at the pain and struggle of interests. Mockingly, this position must be very uncomfortable. Then he turned and left. Leave Lily, fend for itself in the deserted mountains and forests. Lily screamed for help. But soon his voice faded due to exhaustion. The night gets cold. He had to pull himself together to find something to keep out the cold. Finally got cold. Lily found herself covered in ants. He poked the ants away. But I feel exhausted. He searched for food and water, but only a little bit of residual water can be found. Looking at the phone charging cable in your hand, Lily was desperate. His cell phone was lost in a car accident. He understands. You can only rely on your own strength to escape backwards. Surviving alone in such a situation is not lost. Lily searched for weeks. Can't find any cues or tools that could help him escape. He can only rely on his own wisdom and courage. Keep trying to find. Released in the process, he not only had to deal with physical pain and exhaustion, always be alert to possible dangers. Looking for a tool to crack open the seat, he found nothing. I found a man's wallet and some tissues, sundries, so he spent another long night. During this period, several deer approached curiously. He picks up the rearview mirror in horror and looks around. Confirm that there is no throat to feel a little at ease. However, a man suddenly appeared. He has changed into neat clothes, craft paper bag full of food in hand. Man reveals. There's an unoccupied cabin nearby. The owner appears to have been away for several days. He for Lily. Why did you refuse to go to the hotel to study for a good night? Instead, deliberately know that the car accident is confused. His puzzled inquiry. Lily, do you offer to go to the hotel from time to time? He offered only a detailed description from Lily, his first sexual manager. He will give food in return. If he refuses, he will leave immediately. Lily grabbed the man eagerly, tearfully recounts his first experience, claiming that it was the absurd night scene that took place at the age of 17. It was an older black man, and the man laughed. Point out what he described. In fact, it was his sister's experience. When compensating for punishing him, the man decided to let him continue to starve for 2 more days, then leave leisurely. Lily cried helplessly. Call for help. In desperation, he took out the documents from the man's wallet, wrote a suicide note. Hopefully in the future when the body is found, family can know the truth. No one answered until night fell. Nightfall. Cold hits. But to conserve resources, he was afraid to turn on the heat, so light up the clutter and wedding dress at hand. Build a small fire outside the car window. He carefully wipes with each tissue.